Darren. So here at EGX, playing Sonic Forces. You've been playing it for like a minute, so any quick review for us?
Seems really decent. Just managed to get it into sides, like, so it's gone from the like Sonic Adventure 3D style, and it's now a little bit like the normal Sonic 2D side kind of side.
It's not on a CRT though, is it?
Sadly not.
There's not many CRTs here today, is there really? Let's face it.
No, I don't think we're not going to see.
On the retro stand maybe we might get a few?
Yeah, just a couple. I think it's not going to be 1080p for a lot of this retro content.
So we got in the event pretty early, we've got an exhibitor's pass, and we're in just about 9:30, aren't we?
Sweet, yeah, before this place
Take
gets
some nice
rammed.
photos, get some video.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet at the moment, guys. I'll do a little show round shortly, but yeah, getting you around the events in this video. So then have a little circle round, shall we? Yeah. This is the retro area. And it's obviously very quiet at the moment because this is pre-press coming in, isn't it, Darren?
Yeah. So we're lucky enough to get early access. So yeah, hardly anyone here.
But that's kind of cool. We've got a few bits to do, haven't we? We've got our kind of jobs to do of getting around, but maybe we could jump on a few of those machines that we haven't got at home. It'd be quite cool, wouldn't it, to do that?
Yeah, spotted the Vectrex.
Vectrex there it is. And there's much more to it. We're going to do a proper tour around the retro space. Maybe when people are playing, so it's a bit more fun.
Yeah.
But let's get around this event. It's massive. Look how big this place is. It's absolutely huge. There's the Raptor. Okay, we're going to go wander down here now and see what is in this main area. Look at this stand here. This is just for Assassin's Creed. Massive stand here. Now obviously guys, we're not going to focus too much on the non-retro stuff, but just just get the magnitude of this space. I mean, it's like a little mini cinema, isn't it? And it's not even mini cinema, probably get about 200 people here sitting down. So it really is big. These are big AAA titles. This is the kind of thing that you're seeing at this event. This is the PS4 side. We've got the PS4 side, just look over there, and then we've got the Xbox side. Xbox, PS4. I wonder who's going to go on the PS4 side and one's going to go on the Xbox side.
And PS4 all day long.
PS4.
Yeah.
I'm
just used to it.
I think I might be PS4. I've got an Xbox One, but I'm more onto the PS4. So there's the PS4 side. I reckon it might be a bit busier because it's on the gangway as well. Let's get the angle right. Sonic Mania. What do you think, Darren?
Cracking game.
Yeah.
Awesome soundtrack.
Played much of it so far?
Not as much as what I wanted to, but I'm fairly far through. So yeah, really enjoying it. It is really back to retro days. They've nailed this one.
Do you think you play it at the event?
I might play it a little bit later. But obviously if you've got it at home, you might not spend that long on it.
Get the atmosphere maybe.
Yeah. Let's see how we go.
And they've got posters. Posters, look, just check that out.
Definitely in for a poster.
Oh, look there. So yeah, nice graphics though, isn't it?
Yeah, awesome.
Well set up.
Nice setup here.
We're here early, aren't we?
Very early. There's not many people around, just us.
Sorry about the selfie stick action, guys. I'm not really used to it, so it might improve as we go through the day. You never know. We have to keep smiling. That's you know, it's concentration on our faces, not because we're miserable.
Yeah.
It's because we love it and we're just taking it.
Trying to think of what to say.
What to say, you know, off spec. No, there's no scripting here, I'm afraid.
Definitely
There's
not.
no professionalism.
Definitely
It's pretty
not.
much as we go round, isn't it?
Amateur camera hour.
Yeah,
That's
there's definitely a
basically
bit of shakiness. We'll try and keep it as still as we can. And yeah, try and find the best bits of the event.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But mainly retro stuff, isn't it? We're going to stick to.
Yeah, I'm not a massive like modern gaming person. If you follow my account, you'd know that. I'm more about the retro kind of side, but interested to see what's here anyway.
And there's a massive retro area here. Huge.
Yeah, huge.
I mean,
huge.
probably.
I've already seen the Outrun Afterburner arcade machines. So yeah, there's a fair few old arcade machines that we'll probably have a blast on later on if we can get near them.
Cool.
Snacks.
I can't seem to get the camera angle right. I'm not a selfie king, as we can find out here. We've got Japanese snacks.
Japanese snacks, and in front of us is pro office chairs, which is
Look, trajectory. Going all the way around, look, what? All the way around. And finally, land on what we need to. Look at that. Skills.
Nice.
And
yeah,
some very nice gaming chairs. Nice. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're retro or not, does it really?
No.
Look at that one.
You need a nice gaming chair.
Look at that one. Nice.
It is good.
Yeah, do you think you could play like, you know, your snares while you're sitting there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to be a current gen gamer.
No. It'll suit modern.
It'd be nice if they did them like retro covers though, wouldn't
Super
it?
Famicom or something like that. The logo's stitched.
It's actually a really big chair. Look, can you see that one? Massive chair. That's for bears if they turn up.
Yeah.
We're going to go around and have a look at that one, shall we?
Let's have a wander.
So look, it's a big chair. We're just going to go around now. Come on, we want to see you in that chair. He looks like Mini-Me in a chair. Look, he is. He's like a little man in a chair. That is brilliant. Check that. Can you actually buy that?
It's a photo.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. We're going to get a photo now, so there you go. Darren in the little Darren in the chair. So moving away from that, this was some of the merchandise. Numbskull had a pretty sizable stand there. So a whole range of stuff, current gen to old retro. They had some Crash Bandicoot wear, and they also had Street Fighter and a number of their other products, which was pretty cool. There was also quite a lot of live filming going on. Sea of Thieves, so we're doing a piece there. Don't know exactly what that is. Saw them rehearsing that a few times, and you can hear the Prodigy in the background as he is speaking. Nintendo's stand was pretty sizable. I'd say a lot of the attention was quite obviously towards the Switch. This was a team shot. They had done a photograph very early in the morning, even before the press came in, and we caught some of that on camera. The stand was very nicely finished, probably about the same size, maybe a little larger than last year, but as I say, most of it was around the Switch. Everybody who had this t-shirt and Mario hat dress thing going on, and as I say, they had a little team shot. I've seen them do this before. It's quite good fun. They get everybody together, have a little bit of a pep talk and a team photo. So we saw that happening pretty much about 9:30 in the morning on the Thursday. As I mentioned earlier, and Darren did also, we weren't there specifically for the current gen, but you can't miss it. And also, I do play current gen games, not as much at all as retro, but wanted to jump on a few things early on in the morning, especially just to avoid some of the crowds. And we got onto this Forza stand, so managed to play that very early on, Forza 7, and yeah, I must say it's pretty decent. Realistic driving experience, the force feedback wheel and chair just felt like the real thing. It's pretty cool. There was also saw some guys playing Everybody's Golf, which is a bit of a nice game to play with a few of you. People were sitting on bean bags there enjoying themselves, which was nice. A lot of what we were there for was this huge retro area. I don't know exactly the size increase, but it felt like maybe twice or 3 times the size. This year there was a whole mix of deluxe cabinets. They had Outrun and Afterburner, a lot of arcade machines from Space Invaders to Point Blank. Console wise, it was nicely laid out. You had computers from obviously Amiga, they had Atari ST and consoles as well. Just giving you a little tour over some of the arcade machines you can see there. So Donkey Kong and Star Wars, to name but a few. There was quite a number there. And also I'm going to show you a bit pinball tables. Mentioned the consoles, and they were also split into nice categories as well as everything else. You had like rhythm games playing out there, so played a bit of Samba de Amigo with the maracas. This was on the Wii, not the Dreamcast version. And it was laid out but also nicely kind of mixed with a bit of variety. So you had the arcades against consoles, there was some football games, there was competitions, there was Street Fighter section. It was just a nice mix of everything really, and it got a lot busier later down the line in the day. So you can see playing here, Mario. There's actually a Mario and Sonic area, and also there was Mario and Sonic there. So these guys were coming out and about. They were having selfies with people. We managed to get a selfie with them as well. Sonic even did a little toe tapping dance for us later on in the day, I think, which we tweeted out on social media. And Mario was doing his stuff. He was kind of like opposite Sonic, which was kind of funny. I was just waiting for that moment when they might possibly get together. You never know. It would have been a fun thing for them to do. But we didn't see it there and then. You guys might have seen it, and we missed it because we were up on the Thursday. And then we saw the guys from the Gadget Show. So the team were there. There's Otis and Craig, and we have another video where Craig's actually playing Outrun for quite a long time, and that was a lot of fun. And you can see them getting on nicely there with Mario. So the team there was walking around doing filming for quite a lot of the day. Probably we saw them for about 3 hours doing that. Here trying out some games. This is on the PlayStation stand. So I've got to say another video coming out where Craig's playing Outrun, so watch out for that. This was back on the retro stand, the pinball area. We've got some more consoles playing there. So that's the PlayStation, obviously, don't need to tell you. Playing a bit of Tomb Raider 2, possibly. Just touching on here, this is the indie area. Had a massive indie zone this year, I have to say, one of the biggest. I mean, almost on a par with EGX, Reds and Tobacco Dog. There were so many different indie developers. It was great to see. We had a chat with a whole host of them, and we've got actually one of those coming up again to mention on a separate video, and that's going to be an interview which we did at the show, and won't spoil, it's a nice surprise. We've got that interview and we talked at length about the game that's coming up. But there was probably, I'm trying to sort of think in my head, I reckon there was about 50 indie games titles there. There really was a whole host of different ones at different stages of their development, some a bit further down the line than others. It was great to see, it was great to play those games, and I must say, really did enjoy this year going. I didn't go last year myself, but I definitely would come back again because it did have a lot of retro stuff for me. So, hope you like this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you later.